that's really not confident in any of the running backs that they have here, maybe you can accumulate some of the picks and give up like maybe a Jahmyr Gibbs or something like that, because we all know he's like a top 5 pick, and maybe you can end up getting some of the higher picks up in this draft. Maybe you can get like a 3rd and maybe like an 8th, or like you maybe get like a 3rd and then like an 8th and then 11th. Maybe, who knows, man? It depends on how high these guys are on some of these veteran running backs that actually have blossomed their careers, that are on rookie deals as of right now.
You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Chris. Powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. I am your host, Christian_CFS, in the building, and we are on to another good show, man. I mean, y'all know what's happening right now. It's free agency frenzy, and nothing about giving all these good strategies out again. So we're going to actually refocus on some of those again, because I think we didn't do it justice like what we should have. But yeah, man, how you doing, Mr. K-Camp? How you doing?
What up? Shalom, I came to my good people, and shalom, I came to my bad people. Peace be unto you, because we all need peace in this world, and we all need for bad people to need some peace, and maybe they can become good. What's up, bro?
Not much, man. Not much. Just chilling, ready to kick this thing off, man. How's the weekend? How was the fam?
It's free agency season and it's allergy season. Everybody coughing and sneezing going on everywhere. Yeah, Michael's like, yeah, it's when this season is definitely allergy season. It's a tough one.
Yeah, man, I feel you on that. Like, I'm always taking I gotta take pills, and I gotta take nasal spray too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, keep it on deck.
Yep, gotta get that nasal spray on deck. But yeah, man, had a good weekend, man. Can't complain, man. I can't remember what I did, to be honest with you. I know daylight savings time messed that all up.
Ooh, I'm still feeling that, man. I'm feeling that. I tried to stay up for that UFC fight on Saturday, and it was like 1:00 before I went to bed, and I was falling asleep during the fight. It was a good fight. What I saw, it was a good fight. But I finally went to bed after 1:00. I said, I'm gonna feel this. And then I had to get up early the next day. Yeah, I'm as soon as we get out of here.
So the fight was on that Saturday going into so you felt it. Yeah. Okay, so you felt it going into church and everything. You was if you used to go on at like 8:30, then
hey, we go to 8 o'clock service. Take it off.
You was hitting one of those.
Right. That bobblehead for sure.
You're gonna snap that neck. Man. But yeah, man, I'm glad, man, you had a good time this weekend, man. Glad it was good. But yeah, man, let's go and get into it. So we
get these things. It's a lot going on. I'm ready.
Well, let's go on and get into it real quick.
Frenzy. Let's go. People getting paid today.
Right. So you already know what we're going to kick it off, everybody out there. We definitely got to go into the CGP news like what we always do, just news out there. It's free agency frenzy, man. Ain't nothing else to say. We ain't going to stay hard up on this. It's free agency frenzy, and we're going to the next slide, man. Free agency frenzy. Let's go and get to it. This is the news. So, hey, man, you got your man, a couple of people that actually got paid earlier before, man, that you didn't hear too much about, man. We already know Devontae Adams is going to the Rams. We're actually pretty excited about that. We got Gibbs. We got Chris Godwin going back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then a lot of people had some head scratchers with Justin Fields going to the Jets.
I called it. Once I called it this morning, 9 o'clock this morning, I called it.
Got a lot of people get some head scratches, but those are just a couple of the ones that we just wanted to talk about as of right now. But besides for that, let's go on and get into it. Like, let's talk about some of these free agencies, man. And you want to talk about the quarterback starting off, or man, which route you trying to go, man? I'll let you.
Yeah. Let's go on. Let's talk about the quarterbacks first, but let's talk about the MVP getting that extension. Whoa, I was not. I didn't see that coming. Did you see that coming?
Who got the extension?
MVP. Who just won MVP of the league? Come on.
I don't know, man. Hey, you got to put me on, man. I've been up in a box, man. I've been closed off. You talking about Josh Allen?
Yeah, Josh Allen.
I didn't see that.
They added some more money to him, and I did not see that come. I didn't necessarily understand it.
Well, they just trying to solidify him. Hey, man, I guess
like 3-4 years left or something like this. I'm crazy.
Hey, I think they are seeing what some of the other teams are doing. Like, prime example, you got Patrick Mahomes up on a 10-year deal, trying to lock him up. They trying to lock up him for the rest of his career in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So I can see that. That's the reason why they're doing that way. So they're gonna keep him just like how other QBs probably should be locked up the same way, and some shouldn't even be close to that. But hey, man, it is a QB market, and it's actually about to be a wide receiver market too.
It's about to be. My boy about to break it. So he had 4 years and about $140 million left on his contract.
Okay.
They come turning with a 6-year, $330 million deal, which includes $250. Somebody finally passed Deshaun Watson's $230. $250 million. But like you said, I put up the sports track. I think like it's like they did that to where they can afford some other people this season. And I'm sure they push some money out. You know what I'm saying? How they do it. So I was hearing that today. Contract.
So right now, the reason why they probably did that is because their team cap space, according to over the cap, is $6 million, dog.
Okay.
So
did re-signing him free up some money? Oh, go ahead.
I'm guessing it did, because now I'm guessing he wasn't signed until the age of 32, which I think, yeah, he's pretty much signed to the age of 32.
They don't have it already. It ain't already filled out. It ain't already filled out. Damn it! I can see. I can't really see. It said the cap is 44, but the percentage of the cap is only 16%. I don't know, but I mean, they got this. I'm sorry, I don't know what's up, but he got extended. I didn't see that coming. Obviously, it's well deserved. MVP, can't beat it. Who the next one? Your boy Sammy D.
Yeah, hey man, Sam Dollar got paid to go to Seattle. Hey man, that's what the name of the game is. Try to get your money. A lot of people was talking about, like, they actually brought up a good point. I think the same role that he did in Minnesota is the exact same way that he's going to be played there. So it's good for Sam D just to get his to find a team that actually wants him. Then, like what we mentioned, man, we got go.
I was gonna say, because how does that affect? I know we in theory we're not to the wide receivers, but we're talking about DK. But how does that affect JSN? Like, so they lost. They let go of Lockett. They traded DK. So just make JSN number one. How does that look for you with Sam Darnold behind center? When they draft.
Yeah, they probably gonna draft. They're probably gonna pick up some other ones too. I think it's gonna. Hey, what year is this for JSN? You know what I say about my wide receivers.
Now he had a bit of a breakdown last year, so you know he.
But I'm saying my wide receiver, I give my wide receivers 3 years. On that third year, that's when I expect for them to just take off.
Explode.
Like daggone Elon Musk be talking about his daggone SpaceX going straight to the moon and all that. Just daggone taking off. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what I can't give a ranking on him yet. But I gotta see how everything else lays out. But he should be able to take that next gigantic leap now. I'll say that.
Okay.
But we also gonna see how good is he gonna be though. Because if they want him to be that number one, is he gonna be able to do what he's supposed to do and get that coverage We're gonna see.
Yeah, you
This
getting
is
all the
going.
best wide receivers, you getting all the best D-backs now. There's some good ones out there. Some good ones. I mean, you can still put him in the slot. You know, you can still put him in the slot, let him eat. That way it's a lot easier for him to, you know what I'm saying, to get open. But yeah. We're gonna see.
We're gonna see. Hey man, you know I'm talking about, man. We're gonna talk about the guy up on this screen real quick, Mr. Justin Fields. A lot of people weren't too happy about that. Talking about, man, what are the Jets doing? The Jets is getting themselves a QB. That's what they're trying to do. Because they know, as you can tell, what the regime, like the new head coach, is trying to do. He trying to stay up on the skin 30.
Right.
Hey, like, it's gonna be interesting, man. I don't know, like, is this gonna keep Garrett Wilson there? Like, is this gonna keep him there? I don't know.
I mean,
is this gonna be a different look at Brees?
Oh, well, yeah, right. Brees still gonna eat. I think Brees still gonna eat. I think Brees still eat. I'm gonna say this. I mean, DJ Moore did have career years with Justin Fields with a terrible OC. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Now, I want Justin to be a more prolific passer, but DJ Moore had a career year with the bad OC. So maybe there's still some hope Gary Wilson can still eat, you know. But at least the Jets got somebody. At least they're not like the Steelers who's looking for a quarterback. What are they gonna do? Or the Giants? What are they gonna do? So at least they went and got somebody.
So, and since they did get somebody, but they're also, their OC is the offensive passing game coordinator for the Lions as well. So that's another one thing that people got to think about too. So think about some of the positions that you have there. I don't know if anybody's in the slot that's going to be like that. You got Gibbs. You got, who else they got? So they got a similar running back type of duo back there, like Gibbs and
Brees.
You got Gibbs and Brees. So you got Brees and what's his name from Wisconsin?
Allen, big boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Allen. Yeah, that is.
Last name. I can't think of his first name, but yeah, Braylon.
Yeah, Braylon. Yep. So you got those two right there. So they got a little thunder and lightning still right there. So you got your wide receiver as Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Is that your Garrett Wilson? Is that going to be who it is? Can you get somebody that's going to be a speedster for your J-Mo? Do you have a tight end? You are at number 7. Can you pick up Tyler Warren just to be your tight end?
They beat up that early, would they? They wouldn't do that, would they? They wouldn't do that.
Let's put it like this: they talking about he could go to Carolina at 8, but I don't think they would do that.
They just got Jatavion.
Yeah, but hey, man, you need weapons, they say. But hey, that's all that is in the quarterback range right now, as of like us filming this right now. But man, the running backs, hey man, there's only 2 running backs that have signed. I'm really not worried about the other quarterbacks. That's why I'm just kind of like moving on. But like the running backs, this is one of the areas where I'm trying to see where they do end up going. What are your thoughts on Aaron Jones re-signing back with Minnesota?
Aaron Jones, I'm taking it. You know, he got it 29, 30, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking it. 2 years, $20 million. I know I'm at the end of my running back room. They're a good offense. I love the head coach. He's gonna give me the ball. You know, my stay healthy. I'm good. And he know his lane. He didn't try to hold out. He try to get more money. Boom. 2 years, $20 million. Let's go.
And then the only other running back that was signed was Mr. Javonte Williams going to the Cowboys. I like this a little bit if he can stay healthy. Like a little bit.
That's right. That's your boy. I forget. That's your boy.
If he can stay healthy, I like that. If he can stay healthy.
Before you go, I'm hearing that the Chargers looking at Najee Harris.
Okay. You got that thump. Okay. Hey man.
Chargers.
Okay, I can see that. He's still young though. Like he's still young,
Probably on a 3-year deal, maybe 3-year, $24 million deal, something like that.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yep.
Probably worth
Yeah,
that.
it's nothing else, man. I think J.K. Dobbins, Nick Chubb, Rico Dow. That's why I said I think Javonte Williams is an upgrade from like Rico Dow. That's why I said
Okay, but you don't think they're going to draft one?
Oh yeah, they're gonna draft one. They're gonna have to have. You gotta have right now. The running backs are all 1A and 1B. You got Javonte Williams is more like a thumper a little bit, so you need like a little speedster type of guy who you can put in there. Okay. So don't be shocked if they try to get Omarion as that speedster.
Not Hampton.
Hey man,
they're not going running back in the first round.
No, I don't think. I don't know how these running backs are gonna fall, man.
You don't. How many running backs you think go in the first round? Over under 3?
I say under 3.
Under 3. Over under 2. You thinking like 2, maybe 1. You thinking 1 in the possible. That's what you thinking.
Pretty much one.
That's what you think.
I'm thinking 1 in the possible. Okay. Because like you got to think about like this running back class is so deep. So it's like, do I really need to reach? Is Ashton Genty, and then we ain't going up on a tangent, but is Ashton Genty that for sure thing behind all these other guys?
Right.
Like how big is that gap? Is that gap big enough that I got to take him in the first round?
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. But wide receivers, man. Wide receivers got paid, man. Wide receivers got paid. Chris Godwin. He got his money. Took a little team-friendly deal, they said. I don't think he had a choice though, per se, because he is coming off like an injury. So
yeah, take what you can get. They gave you 3 years, $66 million. Hey, they want to keep you. Appreciate that.
You got Devontae Adams going to LA, which is
I like that. I like that a lot.
So
he still got he can be in a Cooper Cup role, and he still has some juice in the tank.
I think he's better than a Cooper Cup role.
Think so?
Thinking like a couple steps up. Not by much, but I think his availability is going to be better because I think he's going to be able to stay healthy a lot.
And I think go ahead. Oh, my bad.
I was going to say like I think Puka can actually learn something from Devontae, but also a lot of people don't realize that Devontae came from Fresno State. Like a lot of people forgetting about that. So he does have ties to the West Coast. That's why
I just want to say that I think he can eat, especially in touchdowns. For Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford, they're going to eat. I can see him doing double-digit touchdowns this year. 12 touchdowns this year.
So what are your thoughts about Marquise Brown and Darius Slayton all re-signing back for their teams? Marquise still staying with Kansas City, and Darius Slayton is still staying with the Giants.
The Marquise Brown I'm cool with because they didn't get a chance to really see what Hollywood could be in that system. He got hurt in training camp or whatever it was, shoulder. So that I'm cool with. He got a little pay raise because I think last year he only got like $10 million. Now he got 11. So hey, not bad. The Darius Slayton thing. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say $11 million. We don't know the guaranteed, so that's the only thing. It's like up to 11.
Up to it does say up to keyword. Got to read.
Yeah, up to 11.
The Darius Slayton.
I think they just wanted to keep that for like the continuity with
he's a jag.
They already got what's his name there already. They got Malik Neighbors, so maybe they wanted to have another wide receiver just to continue to be that 1B to him that already knows the system, so they ain't got to retrain anybody.
Right.
Some other names that have been signed is not really much. That are a lot of people that are going to be helped fantasy wise. Maybe Joshua Palmer, maybe with him going to Buffalo. He is getting paid 3 years, $12 million a year. So it's $36 million. Then you got Dami Brown going to the Jags, which we'll see. Maybe will he fill in that Christian Kirk role? Since they got a new sheriff in town from last year, Mr. Thomas. Then you got Tutu Atwell being just that special teams guy. Maybe it's gonna be the burner for him. Staying up in LA.
Staying with the Rams,
Then you got didn't Mac Hollins? Isn't that the wide receiver that was on Buffalo?
Was it Buffalo? Well, I think he was with Atlanta. It might have been Atlanta then Buffalo. I think I think you
He was
might be
with
right.
Buffalo because he took the replace. Yeah, that's the dude.
Of
Because he took the replace of what's his name, who ended up leaving.
Yep, with the Jacksonville. Yep.
Yeah.
He gave you 2 good games a year. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of his name. Yeah.
So from that, and I'm just gonna go off of this. Give me a couple guys that you are, since we're talking about the wide receivers, give me a couple guys who you are interested in, and then their future landing spots. Do you think that could end up making a difference for us in fantasy?
I don't. Looking at this list, as of one caveat, the Bengals, they gave T. Higgins the franchise tag, but he ain't signed yet. Just put that
Yeah.
As far as this list, Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs is hurt. Amari Cooper's old. Keenan Allen is old, and plus he was blocking from Rome Dunze. They don't need to bring him in. Deontay Johnson, he's a head case. Mike Williams, man. Elijah Moore, man. Nobody. Noah Brown, Akeem, nobody. Nobody.
So some of the guys that I'm interested in is Keenan Allen. I'm interested in Keenan Allen. Well, not really Stephon, but it depends on how he is. Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, and Stephon Diggs. I'm really interested to see where they go, to see will they go to a wide receiver core that is looking for a leader to actually show them the ropes on, like a younger wide receiver core that already has their established, that needs a veteran presence in their locker room. So those are some of the guys that I'm looking at to see where they can go to. That's why I brought up those names, because those are veterans. That are they as good as what they used to be when they was back in the day? No, not really. But they do bring that veteran leadership, and they can show some of the rookies some of the ropes here and there. And we already know how free agency goes. Like the longer they sit out there on the block in the free agency, is the more that price drops down.
Right.
So can they go to Seattle right now? Is one of them going to Seattle? I
need some help. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if one of them go to Seattle. Like, I can see Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen going to Seattle.
But the only problem is they don't play on the outside. You need somebody. If you put JSN in the slot, you need somebody on the outside. Keenan gonna play in the slot.
And
so
there ain't no outside guys on here, dog.
Right. That's my point.
Unless you're talking about D-Hop, which
he lost 4 or 5 steps.
That's pretty much so. There's not that much out there, everybody, man. It's kind of what we talked about before free agency started. This free agency class is very slim when it comes to fantasy. But some of the areas we really ain't got to go over tight ends. So I know you want to talk about your boy blocking Ben Sinnott.
Oh man, cock blocking again. Zach Ertz 1 year did block. He was blocked. He blocked Dallas Goedert. Then he went to the Arizona and blocked Trey McBride. Now he's blocking Ben Sinnott.
But that is showing you for the people that actually got Ben Sinnott, still hold on to him. And if you don't have Ben Sinnott, go in and get him, because the person might be willing to trade him.
And they just John Bates, they re-signed him. What is going on, Commanders? And why is Zach Ertz gonna eat? Because toward the back end of the last season, he was eating with Jaden Daniels. He was his relief valve.
Yep.
So,
but also don't think that's going to change too, because they got didn't they end up getting a wide receiver? Wait, hold on, pause. We got to stop the tight end. Let's go back and we got to talk about that DK trade, man. DK going to the Steelers.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Rewind.
All right, man. We are back at it, man. So what are your thoughts about the DK trade, man? I love it.
Okay, so yes, I love it. Now, questions. Are they sending a message to Pittsburgh, or is Pittsburgh sending a message to George Pickens? Hey, get your act together. We usually got your replacement. Y'all both for the same number. You're both do damn it the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I know your payday is coming up next year, but I can just let you walk. Keep talking. You know what I'm saying? I like it. That's why I think that Aaron Rodgers is likely to sign there because he got some more weapons than with the Giants or wherever he's going. Now I'm not sure he probably going with Arthur Smith, but he got some weapons. He got George Pickens and he got DK.
Yeah, it's like what I said up in the chat and everything. The Steelers finally got their number one again.
Yeah.
So they actually have an AJ Brown type of wide receiver who doesn't mind taking on double teams and will fit in tremendously in that locker room and then in that division. Now this is also good for Pickens as well because now he gets to play that juju role. As obviously we saw, he couldn't be the number one there because he had the shot, so they had to bring in somebody else just to help him with that. But what's going to really suck is that we already both know we got to go back and see what Arthur Smith did whenever they had Drake London, and then which he ain't do too much. They're gonna be blocking. They're gonna be blocking and blocking.
You know, he likes to do run the ball. That's why he liked Justin Fields. Because Justin Fields won't change. He won't change his play calling line. See, I heard he was getting to it with Russell Wilson. Because Russell Wilson, he caught a play. Russell read the line, and Russell changed because he see different coverage. And he throwing that field. Dude like that. I said, that dude will be a quarterback. He been a quarterback 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
Justin ain't on that level yet up here. So he just don't call what you call. Okay.
Yeah.
Go with it.
All right. Hey, coach want me to go with this, then I'm gonna go with it.
And that's why I said I don't know how's it work between if they get Aaron Rodgers in him. But
Aaron gonna check out of that. Hey man.
What?
But the thing about it is, man, they should have got rid of him in the first place, man. Like that's not like you need something that's gonna spice up and what's gonna keep Mike Tomlin in his position. Like give me an OC that I know that maybe you get one that you give me somebody what you just said that's creative, man. Give me something that's gonna make the Steelers be like, ooh, we need to, they changing like the Rams or something like that. Not being the same old Steelers, the smash mouth, which we understand that. Find somebody that's gonna smash mouth the ball, but man, give it a new life, man.
Something. Oh, you know what I saw this weekend? I saw that the article came out that UNC college football team first choice was Arthur Smith over Bill Belichick. Yeah, I don't know why that came out. I read that, but that was just something. So yeah, the DK trade, shocking. I'm not sure what Seattle was thinking. I guess they got Sam Darnold. I knew they were going to get Sam. Hopefully, hope JSC and skyrocket. And like you say, Pittsburgh got the number one, but I think they're gonna let Pickens walk next year. After next year.
If he don't put up numbers, he gonna walk, and you know he gonna be just like Juju. He gonna be just like Juju though, because you got to remember they do got a rookie that they drafted last year who can.
Oh, they did. I ain't know that.
Romeo.
From Michigan.
Yep, from Michigan. I forgot it.
Yeah.
So he can just slide. He can just slide right in there.
Wilson, right? So like that. Yeah.
Rome Wilson.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. Okay.
So I know some of this really doesn't matter, which actually these do real matter for the offensive line. We're gonna go there for a little bit. We're gonna touch up on them.
Yeah, that's them.
Ronnie Staley re-signed with the Ravens, which is good for both sides. You got Mr. Jackson. I don't want to mess up his first name. He is still staying with the Rams. You got Dan Moore Jr. going to the Titans, which I'm actually happy about that because the Titans, they needed offensive line help. So this is Dan Moore Jr. is going to actually be he's going to be the left tackle. That's what everybody's saying. So their first round pick that they got last year, he's probably – so remember how I was talking about like the Tennessee Titans, they didn't have their right hand side, like their right guard and then their right tackle. They needed like an uptick in that. So I think their first round pick from last year, his name is forgetting me. He's going to end up kicking over to the right tackle, I think personally. So that should give him a little bit of balance. And then Dan Moore is going to kick back to the left tackle, which obviously they saw that the left tackle wasn't strong enough. So this is a little bit better for them. We don't know what they're going to do at quarterback, which, I mean, the clock is on the wall and it's ticking, but might be a little thing to get some Tajay Spears if you can.
Oh,
but you
really?
probably want to get in. Because they needed offensive line help, like bad.
They definitely did bad.
So this is like a flag in the ground for showing that they got a good left side. Then also Morgan Moses going to the New England Patriots, staying there. Then you got Mr. Jalen Moore, which nobody really knows much about him, which he was from the 49ers, did spot work for Trenton Williams. Signed with the Kansas City Chiefs because they needed somebody to bluster that left tackle because they could not do that for Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
So that's pretty much the left tackles, man. There's really a lot of people don't look too much into the offensive linemen. You should, if you actually are caring about your running backs, because a certain offensive lineman can bluster your team to that next level, like to that tier up from like what you're thinking. So be mindful about that whenever you are seeing the free agency frenzies as it is going out. See if it's actually helping some of the running backs that you are looking at, and go look at what their running back rankings were. I mean, their offensive line rankings were previously before the signings, because that can show and tell you about. Go ahead.
Breaking news. The who is it? LA Chargers, bro. I'm about to butcher the Chargers. I'm gonna say every LA Chargers, they just signed Najee Harris a deal worth up to $9.2 million.
Okay. As what he said before, man, he called it. He said he'll give Najee about a 3-year deal, $8 million per year.
1 year deal on that giant. Yeah. I don't blame him.
But hey, man, that's fine though. Like, hey, get your money, play 1 year, and then it's smart for him actually, if you think about that. Because there's a lot of rookies that are coming out this year that are going to be strong, but do they have that same rookie class coming out next year? They don't. So he can re-up a little bit. So that's good for Najee, man. I want to see what the people are going to do up in fantasy. Yeah. Hey, you better get him, dog, because you know what's his name? He going to – hey, John Harbaugh is going to run the dang ball.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. They got Buddy from Michigan, though. They got Blake Corum. So it might be him and Blake Corum. 1-2 punch. Okay.
Yep. So, all right, man, the interior lineman, and then we're going to kick it off and go to a little bit more in depth about some of these rookie strategies. So you got your drafts coming up. Drew Dalman, like, I think this is a good move for the Chicago Bears, seeing what they are supposed to do. You need to start with your center and build out your line. Then hopefully they get some good guards just to play right beside them. And then next year, go on and continue to bluster that line. So hopefully they can get there. They got their center. Hopefully they got some guards that are going to be decent enough just to help out with the running game. And then they could go and continue to build something special up in the good old days in the Chicago Bears. But then also you got
I said bear down.
Bear down. Then you got Ryan Kelly signed with the Minnesota Vikings, 2-year deal, $18 million. You got Austin Corbett re-signing with the Carolina Panthers. You got Bradley Bozeman re-signing with the Los Angeles Chargers. You got Trey Smith, franchise tag by the Kansas City Chiefs. You got Patrick McCary. I don't know. Probably butchered it. Y'all let me know if I did or not. He signed with the Jaguars. Heard that people in Jacksonville are not trying to just splurge on people. They're actually looking for guys who can be a focal point for the actual team and not just be the spenders that they was up back in the day when they was just getting all these top tier names and then they didn't end up panning out. Then you got Aaron Banks signed with the Green Bay Packers. You got Evan Brown re-signing with the Arizona Cardinals, and you got Ben Brinson re-signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, like what we said, when it comes to the interior offensive line, they do not seem sexy or anything like that, but still look into them to see if they actually help the running backs that you do have on your team for fantasy. That's one way you want to continue to build and see certain, if you got a top tier lineman that goes to somewhere special, then you know that he's going to help out your running back. Maybe that's something that you can swindle a trade real quick because a guy didn't know anything about that because maybe they're not engaged enough into the league. You do have a lot of people that aren't really engaged like that until it gets into the heart. But anything else you want to say about free agency frenzy, man?
I do want to say, to your point about the Bears. Hey, they spending money. They got a center. They got a once they got a guard, or do they get a guard or a tackle?
I don't know.
They got a center. They got interior offensive lineman Drew Dalman. Is that the center? I don't know.
Yes, the center.
I thought they fixed. I thought they got that's the center. Man,
yes,
the somebody center. Else, but okay. But still, start with the center though. You know, I'm not sure what they do in the team, but I see them spending money. I see the Bears spending money.
Yeah.
So
a lot of teams are spending money out there, and a lot of teams are spending smart money. Trying to hey man, it's just exciting, man. It's free agency frenzy, man. Get excited, everybody. Especially with your teams and what they're doing for you. I know you're getting excited out there. Let's see what they're going to. Hopefully they are not making you upset a little bit. But hey, man, it's only just for fun. But hey, man, let's go and kick over to the last little bit. We didn't get to talk much about this, the rookie draft strategy, which we kind of didn't get to do it again as much. So we're probably going to dedicate, man, just to a show just to the rookie strategy, man. So we already talked about some of these again, but we only going to probably hit a couple of these here. Want to talk about some of the key ones, like the first one, which is the best available. I know you are really good at the best available. So can you give us like a breakdown or a strategy for like a scenario with when you would want to use the best available?
Well, did I lose this year? I can't look at my team. I was going to say I used it last year, but no, I was going to get Lam McConkey playing. But whoever I picked, I think I had 10 and 11. Mm-hmm. But I can't remember who I picked at 10. But whoever I picked at 1.0 10 last year in the first round, he was best available. Or I think I picked him at 111. Sorry, I was like, I got Lam first, and I was like, I don't know who to get here. I don't know what I should do. I'm just draft the best available. Mm-hmm. I can't remember who I had later, but like a strategy when to use that is if, you know, let's say, like I said, you're at the back end of the first or you early second and you don't have the first maybe for whatever reason, and it's a crapshoot. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna grab the best. But like this year, you got all these 2 running backs, you got about three wide receivers, 4 wide receivers, and you have about maybe 4 or 5 tight ends. So let's say 8, 3 wide receivers, 11, and then 4 tight ends, that's 15. So if you're like at 204 and everybody that you think that's good is gone, okay, 204, just grab the best available at that point. Because at that point, you're kind of throwing darts anyway. Especially 3rd round, best available. You're throwing darts. Unless you just got a sleeper that you just want to get in the 3rd, that you done some research on, he's going to pop, just grab the best available. The only thing is just grab the best available.
Yep. Totally agree. Best available. Couldn't said it better myself. Now, the need-based drafting. Now, that is very interesting. That can hurt you or that can haunt you. Yeah. Or it could be good to you. Depends on how you feel and how your team is based. So, prime example, like need-based, this would be the perfect year for if you are strong at wide receiver and you need running backs.
Yeah.
Then you would be able to, what they say whenever Zeke was out there, just gonna feed them and eat. Yeah. You can eat at that running back position. There's a lot of guys out there this year which are pretty. I think they're gonna be able to take a team to that next level. We'll go deeper into some of those. Yeah, I really do.
Some rookies. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's at least like 6 to 7 rookies that can take your team to the next level. But yeah, that's some of the need-based. Then drafting wide receiver need-based. Maybe you're in a tight end premium league that you need to find a way just to get one of the top tight ends. One of the guys out there in a tight end Premier League, you might be going for that Tyler Warren. Is he the guy that's going to go, or is he? Yeah, you got Mr. Loveland as well. You got Mr. Fannin Jr. Then you also got your guy from Miami that everybody's been coveting about as well. You got Mason Taylor as well from the good old Jason Taylor. Like, is he?
Mason
He
had
want
a hell of a combine too. He looked clean, looked perfect, pure. Yeah.
Yeah. So he told his dad he didn't want to play DN, and he chose the other side. He said he chose the other side. So we're gonna see. That's some of the need base that you need to think about. Some of the trade back, man. Like trying to accumulate as many picks, man. Like prime example, man. We gonna say it like this: maybe, and just maybe there's a guy up in your league that is coveting a top 5 running back that's really not confident in any of the running backs that they have here. Maybe you can accumulate some of the picks and give up like maybe a Jahmyr Gibbs or something like that, because we all know he's like a top 5 pick, and maybe you can end up getting some of the higher picks up in this draft. Maybe you can get like a 3rd and maybe like an 8th. Or like you maybe get like a 3rd and then like an 8th and then 11th. Maybe, who knows, man? It depends on how high these guys are on some of these veteran running backs that actually have blossomed their careers that are on rookie deals as of right now. That's something right there. Example, accumulating more picks, giving up a major asset just to get something up in return that you actually been looking at. It could be maybe a wide receiver. Like it could be the same thing, like where we said need-based drafting. You're drafting maybe you do need a wide receiver. Maybe you got a running back. Maybe you are at like pick 108. And you know for a fact you ain't the guy who you're coveting. You got to go all the way up to pick 104, 103 just to get him. What do you have on your team that you can give up with that 108 just to move up to get that guy that you're looking into? Man, it only takes 2 just to tango out there. All right, man. This is your favorite one, man. The trading up for elite talent, man. That's kind of what we was talking about, anyways. Up on the back end. That's what I kind of mentioned for like a tip.
Trading up for elite talent. I mean, she's somebody you want. Like I probably wouldn't do that. So let's say I think the consensus is that Ashton Jeanty is number 1, right? Number 1 running back. I don't know if I would trade up for him, considering that this is so deep. Right, so
yeah,
like I want to get Ashton Jeanty at 1, but I can just let me go to like 4 and get Travion Henderson because he went to just as good of a location. Like he went to the Minnesota Vikings, right? Aaron Jones is older, he's on a 2-year deal. You can wait for that. But let's say if Ted, let's say wide receiver, Ted is the only guy that you think is that dude, and he goes to a favorable spot. Draft, because me, I like to wait on where I can see where a person goes.
Yes, I know.
He goes to a favorable team, and you want to go get Ted? Go get Ted. Let's say if you're a wide receiver, wait, right? And you might be low on money. I need to go get Ted. Ted went to who could use Ted and could ball out immediately. He was sliding number 1. They would feed him. I can't think off the top of my head.
Oh, the Saints. He'll feed.
I knew he was gonna say the Saints.
They'll feed him.
Still like Derek Carr. Sorry. I knew the Saints entered my head. I'm not saying the Saints because obviously him and Chris Olave, they didn't link up for whatever reason. He should have ate more than what he ate, and he didn't. Yeah. So I don't have the faith that the rookie and Derek Carr is gonna eat. So give me somebody else. Sorry. Where can Ted go and eat as a number 1?
I'm trying
is he outside?
Yeah, he's out. He's like a Mike Williams type of guy.
Boom.
I mean, not Mike Williams. I mean, Mike Evans. Mike Evans. My bad, Mike Evans.
The Chargers need somebody, and now he probably won't be there with the Chargers figure. They might not draft him, but let's see what's in the Chargers.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I think okay.
I don't think it's gonna last that long, dog.
No, that's right. I said that. But I just need an example.
I can see him going
to the Chargers. Go get him.
I can really see him going to the Colts because they need a true number one. I know what's the name. I don't believe in him.
Oh yeah, you don't believe in Michael Pittman?
Nah, I don't think I can see him going to the New England Patriots, but not that early though. Maybe if they fall back, but I doubt they're going to fall back just for him.
I think they just got a wide receiver too. Who they get? They weren't nobody special, but I just know it's like they got somebody else.
Okay. Well,
who was it? Oh, Matt Collins. That's what it was.
Yeah, no, that ain't no. That's just filling a void. But yeah, man, there's a lot of the Bears ain't getting them. Man, Tet, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to see where he can fall to because he's a good, talented wide receiver, but I just don't know the perfect place for him to actually go.
Well, you know what? That's a little crazy because he's supposed to be number one wide receiver off the board.
But it's like you looking at the draft order and seeing who needs a pure number one and who actually needs that one more than what they need up on the other side of the ball. Like Tennessee, do they need a true number one? Yes, but they're not going to take him at 101. Cleveland, do they need a true number one? No. Yes, but they're not going to take him at number 2 overall. Then the Giants, do they need? No, they don't need that. New England, yes, they need a number one. Jacksonville, no. The Raiders, do they need a number one? Yes. Well, even though they got the tight end, but I physically don't see. I don't see him as. Then the Jets, they got Garrett Wilson. Is Garrett Wilson going to stay there now since they got signed? Since they signed what's name? Carolina. They got they just had a first round pick up in Xavier Legette up in the back half.
Right. Do they draft another one?
They're expecting him to be the number one. Are they saying that they bust? They gave a bust out there to Mr. Xavier Legette. No, I don't think they did. But they also got they got Adam Thielen, they got Jalen Croker. There's the 3 wide receivers. They're young. They do need a number one, but is Xavier Legette going to take that next step? New Orleans. We already said that. I said this is probably a place where he would go. It's just they got Derek Carr. Can you trust them? What is Kellen Moore going to do with Derek Carr? Chicago, they're not taking a wide receiver. San Fran.
They could use one.
I could see them going with one right here.
Yeah, San Fran does need one.
But Dallas, do they need a number outside of I don't see them physically pouring into another wide receiver. Miami, not the same thing. Indianapolis, yes, I can see that. Arizona, I can't see that. Atlanta, I can't see that. Cincinnati, no, I can't see that. Seattle, heck yeah. But will Seattle trade up to get one? Could you see Seattle? They're at 18.
Yeah, I think he'll be there 18, I don't think.
So are they going to trade up to Carolina's pick or to the Jets pick just to get Tet, which I can see that happening, or trying to trade up just to get him? But then on top of that, getting in a guy like a Keenan Allen or like a Amari Cooper or somebody like that veteran guy just to help also with JSN as well.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other guys, man, this is going to be an interesting draft because I do not know where he can go.
And the new wide receiver is about to fall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. Interesting. We're about to fall. Receiver's about to fall.
According to what I just looked up, they said they could see Tet going from a wide receiver from Arizona can land with the Dallas Cowboys, the New England Patriots, the Carolina Panthers, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Jacksonville Jaguars, or the New Orleans Saints for.
But I don't think the Jaguars take a wide receiver because I
don't think so either.
I can get now. You want to get maybe a Mecca or someone who plays the slot real well in the second round, that's possible. But
that's what I'm saying, though. It's like it's gonna be interesting to where he goes.
Interesting, because if he don't go, I mean, all of them need a wide receiver, but they ain't picking one that early. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe not the Giants, but 1 and 2. Tennessee, Cleveland, yep. New England, yep. Texasville, yep. All these wide receiver. Vegas use a wide receiver, but they're not drafting one that high. To your point,
no,
Panthers could.
They could, but I don't see them. They are trying to get defensive side of help. So are they going to take him? Maybe they might just take the best available, but I don't know. It could be to the point where they think that they could take a step back and get somebody and let somebody else come up and get Ted and get more assets next year. I don't know, man. This
Broncos, that's 19 though.
They always like, you see what I'm saying? Like, which team is going to pull like that Patrick Mahomes that is up in the later half where the teams can be like, all right, okay.
Green Bay. I said 23 though.
You keep going further back up into the playoffs.
I can't go up because everybody up. I can't see. They need something else more than they need. Yeah.
But yeah, man. But everybody, man, it is that time, man. We had a good show. We talked about the NSA the free agency frenzy. Then we talked about a little bit more about the rookie strategies on what you can do, and then we pretty much debated for like the last 5 minutes about Tet. Like, where is Tet going to end up going? And it's going to be interesting to see. Like, he's a really good wide receiver, especially coming out of Arizona. Like,
he had two strong years, so it wasn't just like a flash in the pan either.
Yep. So I ain't got much else to say. We're gonna kick this over to Mr. K Kemp.
Hey, we thank y'all for coming out. You know, I think we got probably a few more days, obviously, of free agency, so we'll talk about that next week. And then we got some NFL, not NFL, but pro days coming up. So
pro days are starting to come up too.
Get ready and tune for that. Hey, we thank y'all for coming out. You know, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here listening with us. Please give us a 5-star review. Feedback is a gift. Spread love, not hate. I bet that's your part.
Nah, it's you. You spread love, not hate.
Yeah, but we've been doing it. I've been doing it like spread love, and you go not hate.
Not hate.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.